So I'm going to show you how to do the clip art project, which is really the same thing as the digital portrait project. It's just a little bit simpler. So you're going to go to Google and you're going to type in clip art. And there's going to be tons of clip art. Make sure you're in Google Images, not just Google Images. And go through the clip art and decide which one you want to paint. So I'm going to choose the unicorn. So to save it to your phone or tablet, you click and hold, and then you download the image, and it will download to your phone or your tablet. You then open up Ibis Paint, which should be downloaded. And Ibis Paint, you're going to hit the plus in the lower left corner and select SD size. That's a good size. You can pinch the canvas with your fingers to make it bigger or smaller. And I'm going to click on the layers in the lower right corner, that's the white squares, and I'm going to click on the camera. And that is going to go to my camera roll, and I'm going to select the unicorn, and there it is. Hit the green check mark, and then it's going to ask you about the extract line. Don't worry about that message, just hit cancel. If you hit OK by accident, go back and redo it, but you don't want that extract. You want to hit cancel. Now click in the lower right on the layers. Those are the white rectangles in the lower right. And you want your clip art picture to be on the bottom layer, just like pictured here. And then you're going to hit the plus and make a new layer. And you want to make sure that you're on that new layer. So you should see in your layers, 2 layers. Bottom one is your clip art picture. The next one on top, this layer 2, is blank. That's what you want selected. Now you're going to make sure that you're on, I'm going to zoom in a little bit, and you're going to make sure you're on the color black. That's really important. And you want to select your paintbrush, and you want the size, the thickness to be pretty small. I'd say like a 1.0, 1.5. And I'm zoomed in, and I'm going to very carefully trace over everything that I see. When you're done tracing, you can go back to your layers and you can shut off the layer with your picture, with your clip art. So to do that, you just hit the eyeball next to your clip art and that layer will turn off, and then you can see how your drawing looks. And you're shutting off the bottom layer. It's the one with the original clip art picture. Okay, so now you're ready to color in. So how do you do that? What you're going to do is I turned the eyeball back on the original clip art layer, and I'm going to take my, so they're both on, I'm going to take my paintbrush and I'm going to click and hold, and the paintbrush is going to pick up the color that's underneath, and then you can start coloring it in. And if you want to see what you're doing, if it's hard to see, you can always turn that eyeball off on the original clip art. I just did that, and now I can see better what I'm doing. You only really need to turn it on when you want to mimic the color, but I just shut it off so you can see how much easier it is to look at, and I'm going to finish coloring it in. Now, for time's sake, I'm not actually going to finish this, but you would finish coloring it. And then when you're done, I'll show you how to save. So now that I'm ready to save, I'm going to click the arrow pointing left, which is in the lower right corner, and I'm going to select Save as PNG. And that's going to save this document as a PNG file, which is a picture. It's going to save it in my camera roll. So depending what kind of phone you have, you're going to go to your camera roll, you're going to find the picture, and then you're going to share it by clicking on the share sign, which is the sideways V. I'm going to share it in Gmail, so I'm going to go up to my Gmail, and I'm going to share it with mkolbak@nssd112.org. If you have any trouble, email me. You can also screenshot the picture if you want and share it that way.